How's it going, guys? TacTixHD here with Season 8 of my NHL 16 Fantasy Team GM Mode Series. If you guys missed the last episode, we actually won the Stanley Cup, so hoping we can repeat this year. Our NHL team has 94 offense, 98 defense, and 89 goaltending, so a really solid team. Right now, I'm just going to show you guys our lineups going to this year. Pretty happy with what we got. We had to move around some players last summer to fix the cap, but I like our team. As you guys can see, first line here, we have Delacroix, McDavid, Hosang. Second line there, we have Wolski, Malkin, and Lamsa. Third line's Bobbylev, Cullimore, and Agostino. And then fourth line there is Ledin, Rutchin, and Gaudette. I'm actually going to do something that somebody suggested. They said I should put Wolski as natural position of left wing. They also said I should put Lamps as center, but I'm going to show you why he's not center. 63 faceoffs, so Malkin is the better option there. Defense, we have Chychrun, Ekblad is a 99, just unreal. Falk, Trouba, Schmitz, and Klingberg. And then in goal, we still have Quick, who probably going to be the last year we have him. His deal's up at the end of the year. He's 36. Hoping we can probably just trade for or sign a younger, better goalie. And then we have D as the backup. AHL team here, pretty solid. We got some low 80s, high 70s there. So AHL team's not looking too bad. They actually didn't make the playoffs last year, so I'm hoping at least can make the playoffs this year, even if they don't do that great. It's always good to see the AHL team do decent, just to show you have some good young players coming up. 82 starting goaltender AHL isn't bad at all in Hart. Brown there, 80 overall, backing him up. AHL team as well has, 81 offense, 83 defense, 84 goaltending, so really not too bad. So like I said, guys, hopefully we can have another repeat of last season, win the Stanley Cup. That'd be great. We'll see how the start of the season goes. I've already simmed 4 games on accident, so we're 3-1 so far, so far so good. Alright guys, so I just simmed to the end of November. We only played a few games in October, but as you can see, after the first 2 months there, we have a record of 14, 8-1, so pretty solid. I think I'd like a better record, but still can't complain. AHL team's also doing very well, 15, 7-2, so right now we're actually 6th in the Atlantic, though. The Atlantic division is quite competitive, so even though we have a solid record here, we're definitely going to have to step it up if we want to make the playoffs. Alright guys, so I just simmed through both December and January. December was a great month for us. We won every single game except for 2 losses. January, we even kept it up there. I think we had, again, 2 losses in the entire month, so 4 losses in 2 months. We now have a record of 36, 12-1. We're killing it. AHL team there is 30, 11-5, so we were 60 in Atlantic. We're now first, which makes sense. We've just been on a tear, destroying it. So 1 more month here till the trade deadline. We'll maybe try and add a couple players like we usually do before the trade deadline, just to stack up whatever cap space we have. And then just again, you gotta hope the Sims kind. So as you guys can see, I just finished simming through February. We had an amazing month. We actually went 14-1. So we're continuing our warpath here, just absolutely destroying teams. We're now 49, 13-1. So I'd like to add at least a couple players if possible. We're dominating though now. We're first place in the Atlantic, probably first in the league. Like, I don't see how that record doesn't get you first in the league. We have 99 points before the trade deadline, so that's unbelievable. Let's see here. Yeah, first place by 11 points. We're crushing it. So we're at the trade deadline here. Because we're so pushed up against the cap, really had to get creative here for a deal. Getting Malkin is our second line center. Obviously, we made that one trade where we retained 50% of his salary, so he's only making $4 million, but he's 86 overall, so he's actually gone down a couple overall. And he's only got 1 year left. I really don't want to have him if he's going to keep declining. So I'm going to try to move on from him along with this AHL prospect here for whatever reason Vancouver wants. And our 3rd round pick in this year's draft. Getting back there 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ernie, who we actually traded away a couple years ago. Solid depth forward, 83 overall. Having, I think, like 30% retained on him. And then Matto, another solid winger, 84 overall. Having like 50% retained on him. And Matto is actually like not happy right now or whatever. So I'm thinking if we trade for him, he actually could get a boost because obviously the players aren't at their top overall when they're not happy. So I'm thinking maybe he turns into like 85 or an 86 if we do this. So we're giving them more value by the looks of it. So I think this trade could really turn out. Lance would go back to center. We'd still be solid down the middle for sure. So we'll see if they say yes to this deal or not. We'd have to call up Ellison, and they accepted it. So I think that's a big deal. We're pretty much right against the cap here, so that's the only deal I think we can make. So I just finished simming to the end of the season. As you guys can see, we continue to crush it with a record of 63, 16-3. So that's unbelievable. 129 points. Like, this team just killed it this year. AHL team also very good there at 46, 19-8. So I'm sure we're first in the Atlantic. We have to be first in the NHL. I don't see how anyone could have like passed us. 129 points. Like, I wonder if that's the most ever in the NHL. I know 1 year we put up a record. I think that was a couple years ago. So Pittsburgh there in second, 15 points behind us. So like I said, absolutely crushed it this year. Almost an 80 win percent. Like, that's unbelievable. We'll take a look here at the player stats to see how everyone performed. Looks like Ekblad was actually our top scorer, which is pretty impressive for a defenseman. He only missed 2 games actually for that injury. 79 points in 80 games. Very impressive. Hosang there, really becoming a great winger for us. 92 overall, 76 points. Dalcall at 71, McDavid at 66. Really thought he'd do better than that. Like, he's 93 overall. He seems to have stopped growing for whatever reason, even though he's on the first line. I've seen McDavid get as high as like a 96 before. Lampsa there, 58 points. Cullimore, 41. The third line solid. Agostino, 41. I like to see that. He's playing mostly second, third, sometimes even fourth line. So, a point every other game is pretty solid for him. Gaudette there at 35 points. Chychrun, 32. Ledin there is 30. Where's the franchise guy? I want to. Wolski at 28 points. 85 now, though. He wasn't 83, so he's starting to grow, which I like. Matto, like I said, he got his morale back in 86 now. So basically, 1-for-1 there with Malkin for Matto for 86 overall players. We added Ernie for depth, and then we also got a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th for a 3rd. So I think that trade really worked in our favor. Bobby Lev still an 85 there. I think Ernie's scratched right now, so I mean he's a depth winger, if we have to call him up. And yeah, so I think our team is set. We'll take a look here too, I guess, at the goalies. If we can land on it. We'll see how Quick did this year, if it's even worth it to re-sign him. I'm not going to get the goals against wrong now. 1.7 goals against, very impressive. 49-15, .936 save percentage. So, I mean, 37. He's going to have to want very little salary, though, for me to re-sign him. I'm definitely thinking about it, but he can't want a lot of money, as it's very risky signing him after this year. So we're starting the playoffs now, and as you guys can see, we're playing the Leafs, I believe, again in the first round of the playoffs. I know we played them in the playoffs last season. I'm pretty sure it was the first round, so we'll see if we can repeat last year. I believe we swept them. It was definitely 5 games at most. First freaking game here, it's 2-2. Rutchin and Gaudette each got a goal. We actually lose there from a Stamkos goal, so that hurts. Obviously, we trade him away for Ekblad, which I still am not sad with that trade at all. 99 overall player. I think he's the only 99 in the GM simulation right now. So I think we still won that deal, especially with McDavid as our first line center. But I mean, if he loses it for us, I don't know. So McDavid there gets one for us. Ledin there for us again. So it's 2-1, and we won the game. So there we go. 1-1. No sweep this time, but would like to get this done in 5. Like last time we won the cup last season, we had 2 sweeps and then 2 5-game series. So I really do think winning the series in less games has some effect on the sim, with your players being more energized or something like that. As it did win the cup, so maybe I'm wrong, but I think it does have an effect. Down 1-0 after the first here. A couple goals were up 2-1. Going to overtime. Let's see, second overtime. Ho-Seng there with the game winner. Clutch goal in the second overtime. So there we go. Up 2-1 in the series now. Feeling pretty good. Like, our team is literally like one of the best teams to ever, step foot on the NHL ice. And NHL just, you gotta be kidding me. So we'll see where our save's at. That's a joke. So of course, our last autosave was only at the beginning of the season, so we got screwed there. I'm just going to sim right through the trade deadline, make that same trade again, then sim to the end of the playoffs. We can contrast, how we did in the 2 different sims, how our players did, and then hopefully, if we're in the playoffs, which we better be, we can just go from there. Really disappointing that, for whatever reason, just the game crashed. I have no idea, but we'll catch it up here, and I guess it'll be fun to kind of see what happens with 2 different sims of the same team. Right here, guys, is a recreation of the trade we made before the game crashed, but as you can see, they're no longer interested in giving away Macho or Ernie. The one good thing is, though, however it worked out, we no longer have to have them keep salary on them, so maybe it'll work out. It looks like we're giving them less trade value, or maybe about equal. I really doubt they do this. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to be able to get this trade done without being ridiculous and overpaying them. So maybe I'll see if there's a different trade I can make done, like a similar trade. But if not, I might just have to go on without it. So I just finished saving through the rest of the season, guys. And unfortunately, I couldn't make a deal at the trade deadline. I tried recreating that deal like I showed you, and it wasn't going to happen. I tried some other variations of it, but with the players not being on the trade block, there was no hope unless I wanted to overpay ridiculously, which I did not want to do. So as you can see, we finished out with a pretty similar record. I'm actually pretty happy with that. 56, 18, and 8. AHL team also looks good there, 45, 24, and 4. So still finished first in the Atlantic, which is nice to see. We'll see whether or not we finished first in the NHL. Hopefully we didn't lose that President's Trophy. Obviously we did lose some points. We lost 9 points. We still got the President's Trophy though, so I'm happy with that. Dalcall is actually our leading scorer this time, so kept the group together. Who knows? Maybe they'll work out for better, with the morale, chemistry, whatever. Let's see here. So Dalcall 81 points. Ekblad actually tied him with 81 points. So 81 and 82. Ekblad played the whole season this time. Malkin actually did very well for us. 78 points down the second line. Ho-Seng at 78. McDavid at 68. A bit injured there. 77 games. Still pretty solid for him. He's in 94 now. Lampsa there 45. Chychrun's at 41. So Looks like pretty similar production. I'm really happy to see what I'm seeing here. Agostino's at an 85. Let's see if what's his name's at an 85. Where is he? Where is oh, Wolski? Yeah, he's an 85. I missed him. 38 points. So team looks good. We're progressing the same. Let's see here if we play the Leafs or not in the first round again. So we're actually playing Ottawa now, guys, in the first round. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully, you know, we can have some success again. It really sucked that like the game crashed last time. Really nothing I could do about that. So 2-2 here. After 2, we actually lose this one. So last time we lost that first game by a goal, I believe. So, you know, it's not too big a deal. That last game of the season is probably going to mess me up. We're down by 1 here. So let's see what happens. Didn't mean to click that. Might as well look here at the stats. Look at how much better our team is. If we lose this sim, I swear, like EA crashed the game, then they just screw us here on this sim. I'm going to be so mad. Let's see what happens, though. Second game at home. There we go. 3 goals in the first. Add another in the second. Win that one 6-1. There we go. Boys are just firing on all cylinders. So 1-1 now. Hopefully we can just win these next 3 games. I might, you know what? I feel like you guys probably have waited long enough. We're just going to sim through this first series. Just because I feel like we already did like a play-by-play of the entire first round before. I don't really want to waste too much of you guys' time. So let's just see what happens here. Are we going to like get the 5? There we go. So we beat them in 5. There we go. We just had to sim a few more games. So moving on now. 4-1. Just a shaky start, I guess, in that first playoff game. Going up against the Canadiens now in the second round. So we'll do this game by game. If we can actually get there. So hopefully we can keep this going. Would love to get back-to-back cups. It's pretty hard to do in GM mode, even if you have a stacked team. That simulation is killer. So 2-0 here after the first. Lamsa with a couple of goals. 3-1 now. Dalcall got 1 and won that 3-2. So able to hold on there in that first game. Hopefully, like I said, we can keep these series short. I really like winning them in 4-5. It worked for the cup last season. So I really think there's like an energy or something where if you sweep a team, your players are like more rested or something, opposed to a 7-game series. 1-1 here after that second period, and big 4-1 win. We got 3 goals in the third there. So we looking. Oh, that was the second period. It's now 5-2. So either way, we did win that game. Team's looking good. 2-0 start. I like it. Playing against 2 Canadian teams too, so this should be fun. Would be pretty cool if we play Toronto. Is that even possible in the Eastern Conference Final? I don't know if it is, but we'll see what happens here. Third game, don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Malkin with a hat trick in the first period. Maybe I'm glad I didn't trade this guy. Led in there with a 4th goal, and Lindholm Gare again with the third period goal for Montreal, but it doesn't matter. So we'll see what happens now. Malkin might be a playoff hero here after we don't trade him. So let's see what happens. He's the veteran, so even though he's like losing overall, he's a veteran. He's got that presence. Agostino there. Lots of goals. Wow, 4-3 for them. They scored 4 goals in the second period. We're going to answer back. Malcolm with a couple. He is so clutch these playoffs. Sherback gets a goal for them, so it's 5-5 now. Going to OT. McDavid with the OT winner. I believe that's the series. 4-0 series win. Indeed it is. So we are looking very good in these playoffs. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but I like what I'm seeing. Probably sim to about here. I know if the playoffs show up, you can't like pause it in time. That's why I'm trying to be careful. So we simmed it actually perfectly. The first game there. So New Jersey, we're playing in the Eastern Conference Finals. Have we met New Jersey before in the playoffs? I believe we have. 2-2 after 2. They're actually going to get the first game there. Anisimov, a couple goals in the third period. So down 1 again. We've been here before. Can hopefully just win these next 4 games straight. Take them in 5. Second game at home, of course. We won the President's Trophy. So we do get home ice advantage throughout these whole playoffs, which hopefully will help us out. 0-0 after 1. After 2, it's 0-0. So quick, got to stay in there for us. And then Trouba and Lamsa there. A couple goals, giving us the win. So there we go. Close game there. I'm not sure who they have in goal. Definitely have to check next time because he must be pretty solid, keeping us to 2 goals in 2 games. Let's see what happens here in this next game. Third game, we're going to New Jersey. AHL team's also in the playoffs right now. You guys can like kind of see that in the sidebar. 1-1 here. Vasilevsky's actually their goalie, so he's probably really high rated by this point in the GM sim. Chychrun there with the game winner, 2-1. So like to see that. Let's get this in 5. AHL team is 9-2, so they must be in the conference final of their playoffs, which is good to see. So here we go, guys. 4th game. If we win this one, we can bring it to home game 5 for the series win. So 0-0 after 1. They got the 1-goal lead, and we answered back, but it's not enough. So 2-2 series now. This is going to be a close one, I think. New Jersey seems to be playing pretty good hockey here. David's gaining some morale. So is Ekblad. The whole team should be gaining morale. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals going home. Let's go. 1-0 for them. Come on. 1-1. Bobby Lev. Going to OT. Malkin there again. He's been clutch these playoffs. I am glad I didn't trade him away. He's gained morale there, of course, after the OT winner. So we got 2 games here. Need to win one of them to move on to the Stanley Cup Final for the 2nd straight year. What am I doing there at the months? All right, let's get it done here, guys. Game 6. Can we win it in New Jersey? Make Decosaurus Rex cry. Let's see. Wolski and Malkin again. 2-1 lead. Cullimore gets one. 3-1. Okay, I've seen a bunch of New Jersey goals. I was scared, but McDavid got 2 goals. Won it 5-3. So it took 6 games. We're moving on again to the Stanley Cup Finals. See who we're going to play here. Colorado actually stopped simulation just in time. So Colorado, guys, Stanley Cup Final. Can we win it back-to-back years? That would be really good. I don't know if I've ever done that in GM mode for NHL 16. I've had it done in the past, but never this year. Malkin there scored in the first. Like I said, he's been on fire. Shed and Gardner get a couple for them, and we actually lose that one 2-1. So that kind of sucks. But we lost the last series, first game. Same with the first series. So I think the first game's not ours for whatever reason, but just gotta win 4 of the next 6. We can do it. Hopefully we can. This is like a, what is it? 2000. Like Detroit and Colorado always seem to meet in the Western Conference playoffs back in the day. It's 1-0 again. Going into the 3rd period. Come on, losing it 1-0. Wow. So we're down 2 games. Colorado's team must be stacked. They've held us to a goal in 2 games here. Quick's playing pretty good though. Like they've only got 2-1 win, 1-0 win. Boys lost some chemistry. Let's go see if we can get them a morale boost or something. Down 2-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals, never good. Let's see what happens though. 1-1. We finally get a goal. Dalcall. A couple more there. Hosang and Chitrin. So it's tied 3-3. 4-4 going to OT. And there we go. Ruchin, the 4th line center, is the hero in Game 3. So only down 2-1 now. There's been crazier things happen before. Looks like we got some team morale finally boosted with that big win. The 4th line, though, is the guy that had to do it. So here we go, guys. 4th game. 0-0 after 1. Lamps on Trouba. We got the 2-1 lead. And there we go. We just go off in the 3rd period. Wolski get a couple. Hosang, Falk. So 6-3. Big win. Series is now all tied up 2-2. For whatever reason, it looks like we're playing better away. Same with the other team. So we'll see what happens here. Heading home for the 5th game. Maybe we can finally win one at home. Get 3 straight here. That would be huge. So here we go. First period, 0-0. 2 good goalies here. Shen and Kuznetsov get a goal. So we got to come back in the 3rd. Patrick Kane. Wow. So they got a good team over there. 3-2 down now. 2 games left. It's clutch time. Every game's game 7. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Made to the Stanley Cup Final 2 years in a row. I'd really love to win it, though. Down 2 again after the first. Alright, we need a miracle 3rd period. Let's go, boys. There we go. Malkin, the playoff hero, and McDavid put one with a minute and a half left. It's 2-2 going to OT. Can we get it done? Dalcall again with the 3rd. That's insane. So, going to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final with a miracle 3rd period comeback, and then the OT winner. So here we go, guys. Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final against Colorado. Can we get it done? Can we come back in this? 1-0 McDavid. He's still on fire from last game. Opening up the scoring. Here we go. 2nd period. All right, we're down 2-1. Let's sim this game. This is intense. I don't want to interfere until there's like 30 seconds left. I gotta speed this up. I had it on 1 time. We would have been here for 20 minutes. So 4 minutes, 4 times speed. I don't want anything too fast, otherwise we might miss it. 2-1. Come on, we need somebody to show up. Looks like we got some power plays back and forth. We're leading in shots too. And just, come on. We want to finish this back-to-back Stanley Cup. 5-on-4. Come on, hold the penalty kill. It's a pretty long penalty kill. 2-1. Somebody's got to find the back of the net. Can we do it? Come on, boys. I might have to send if I can interview Gardner. That's pretty much game over. 3-1 now. 3 minutes to go. We're not gonna do it. I don't want to. Oh, there's 4-1. We must have pulled our goalie. So there we go. That's a heartbreaker. I really thought we could have had that miracle Game 7 win to win the Stanley Cup. But I mean, I'm pretty happy. Won the Stanley Cup last year in great fashion. I think we played a total of 18 games. The minimum you could play is 16. And then this year went all the way to the Stanley Cup Final, lost in Game 7. So it's not a disaster by any means. Alex wasn't even paying attention to the AHL team. Let's see how they're doing. They're in the Calder Cup Final. Let's see here. 3 losses, 2 wins. So they're down 3-2 actually. So didn't mean to do that, but it's interesting, I guess, to see. Our AHL team is significantly better. Our defense is much better. So we'll see here if our AHL team can come back. They're going to a game 7 as well. Let's watch this here. Cheer on the game, the AHL team. So first period down 1-0. Second period down 2-0. Both of our teams are going to go to Game 7 finals and lose, it looks like. And that's exactly the case. So, I mean, I don't know. NHL team and AHL team both make it to the finals and lose in Game 7. I mean, I don't know. It's good and it's bad. It's like, I can't believe we got all the way there and then just to lose both teams. But I'm still pretty happy with that season, I think, especially the fact that it was a redo. I feel like that first season, the season we had, the trade we made, even though maybe we shouldn't have traded Malkin as it turns out, but I think our first season, if that game didn't crash, we were definitely destined for the Cup. But either way, I'm pretty happy with, 2 Stanley Cup finals in both of our teams. Can't really complain. We got all of our picks still, too, for this draft, so we'll see if we can just add some talent. Obviously, too, there's only 2 more seasons. There's only 1 more draft, so I'm basically going to be trading away all the draft picks from the next draft. Well, majority of the picks from the next draft, as, like, only maybe the top 3 players can actually be like a high 70, low 80, and then the draft after we're not going to do, so we'll trade all those picks. So this is probably the most crucial draft. Try to find those players that can be very good out of the draft or good within like a year to be good for the 10th season. So we'll see what we can do here in the 2023 entry draft. So our first pick in round 1 is actually the 19th pick, as it's Anaheim's pick that we traded for. We don't actually have our own first round pick, so we'll see what we can get here in the first round. Usually there's some good talent at the 19th or so spot. All of these guys, though, the potential is not very promising. Sometimes, obviously, the scouts get it wrong, though, and you kind of have to go against them. Maybe I'll go with this guy, first/second round, top 9. I feel like that's playing it too safe, though. We have 2 second-round picks. Or, I didn't even notice that guy, top 4D. That's who we're going to take. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. Top 60, same thing, pretty much. Alright, guys, so for my first second-round pick, I'm going to take this Stanton guy. When I did it by projection, no one had very good value there, so I'm just going to kind of play it safe here. A lot of times the bomb 6 forwards, too, turn out to be like a high 70 when you first draft them, so for what we're looking for, it's actually not the worst idea. For my second round pick, guys, I'm going to take this Schrader guy. He's got AHL bomb 6 forward potential according to our scouts, but second/third round projection, high league interest, and he's a grinder, and a lot of times the grinders do come out kind of high overall, so we'll hopefully get lucky here. Low bomb 6 forward. We'll see what his overall is, I guess, when we go to re-sign everybody. Right here, guys, you can see we're actually picking 5th in the 4th round. I forget whose pick this is. I think it's like Tampa's or something. That first guy there, that's probably what we're going to take. I just missed him. Bomb 6 forward, yeah, Lang. Is this who I want? I think this is who I want. And top 9 forward. That's pretty good value at the 4th round. For our next 4th round pick, guys, I'm going to take this Leach guy. 4/5th round projection, high league interest, top 6D. Between him and Brule, but he's got that 4/5th, so maybe he's a bit better. Top 6D, so again, pretty good value there in the 4th round. 5th round pick here, guys, I'm going to take this Johansson guy, bomb 6 forward potential, really the only good player left with potential, and he does have bomb 6 forward, so I'm happy with that. 6th round pick here, I'm going to take a flyer on this TacTixHD guy. 7th round, some league interest, AHL bomb 6 forward. Maybe he's good. Top 9 forward. That seems like a pretty big steal at the 6th round. Almost 7th round. Right here, guys, is our last pick in the draft. It's the second last pick, actually, in the draft. So, probably not going to get anybody good. Definitely don't want a goalie. It's not really worth it. He's not going to develop. Really, why is it all goalies? Okay, let's just go league interest. Let's just do it that way. And we'll take Peterson, complete unknown player. Completely unknown. Let's see how the guy turns out. HL bomb 6 forward. Okay. Oh well. Alright, guys, we're at the re-sign phase here, and as you can see, we got $24 million in cap space. We do have a couple superstars to re-sign, though, in Cullimore as well as Dalcall, so hopefully we can get everybody signed. Cullimore we did have on a ridiculously cheap contract. He only wants 4.5, though, as an 88 overall player, so that's actually really good news. We'll give him 4.25. We got 2 years left, so anything actually above 2 years is like house money. Like, it doesn't even matter. These 2 RFAs here, I'm just going to qualify for like the pennies that they were making, and I don't think anyone will, make them an offer. Dalcall is going to want a new deal. That's a little bit less than he was making. Let's see, where is it cheapest? It actually is cheapest at 7, so we'll see if we can get him for like 7.25. I think that's what he was getting paid before, maybe like slightly below. Wolski needs a new deal. It should be a bridge deal. He wants a lot. He's going to turn out really good. He's got franchise potential, so where is it cheapest? It's cheapest at 1 year. We'll try to get him at 2 for 4.5. Hopefully he'll take that. I'm thinking if we did 1, he'd probably want more than 4.5 after this year, especially if he did well. Let's just qualify these 2 RFAs here. Hopefully, I'm trying to keep like a kind of head count there. That's 8 million, 7 million, so we spent 15 million. This elite prospect we drafted 4th overall a couple years ago wants a new deal. I think I already made him an offer though, actually. Let me see. Yeah, I already made him an offer. Right wingers here. Let's see. That guy's qualified. We'll qualify. Actually, how old is this guy? 25? He's pretty much done. We'll just release him. It's not even worth a roster spot. Any of these guys were signed. 72 overall. Can make that decision later on. Don't need to do it now. So there's our top 4 DL signed. Klingberg's 87. I don't know if we have space for him or not. Schmitz, 26, low elite, so he's basically done growing. Let's see who else here. 7th D. Qualify him. Not really sure what I'm going to do with these 2D. I know I have the money. We've only spent like 15 mil so far. That guy we can qualify as well. Let's see. Do we have anything else here? UFA. Is that even worth it? I feel like that's not worth it. We can find something better than that in free agency. Who else here in defense? Top 6D. I'll give him a contract. Can be way cheaper than that because, yeah, it would be the minimum because no one else can give you anything probably. So we'll see here for goalies. Quick needs a new deal. 37 years old, 87 overall. How much does he want? $8 million. Won the Conn Smythe last year. Brought us to the Stanley Cup final this year. But 37-year-old goalie, I'm not giving $8 million. There is no way. So we're releasing Quick, and we just have to find another option at goalie. I'm not giving him $8 million at 37 years old. This guy wants to be our backup now. We already have D. We have to trade D, and then Hart will become the backup, and then we have to find a starter. So 1.75, anything less than that is a deal. So give him 1.4 there for 2 years to be the backup. Brown can be the AHL starter. We'll give him like 850, I guess. We have to go back to the defense, and so we're not signing Quick. We do need a goalie though. He's gonna have cap. We'll see how much Klingberg and the other guy want. Klingberg wants 6. We have about 9 million to spend here. He wants 4. And he's 83 with low elite, and he's 26, so he's pretty much done growing. Because after 26, like, their potential becomes exact, and they usually don't grow, like, they don't have any more big boosts. So, I feel like Schmitz I can just let go, especially at that price. Klingberg, 6.4, I feel like that's even too rich, especially we have an 82 and an 81. I feel like that's a solid top 6, gives us 9 million to find, like, a 90-plus goalie. I think that's what we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to take that 9 million to be able to trade for, like, a big starting goaltender or sign one. Right here, that top 6 isn't too bad, especially Ellison and St. Denis. 20 and 22, they're bound to grow over this summer. Feeling pretty confident about this team still. So as you guys can see, Cullimore accepted our offer. Same with Delcall. Lupo rejected it, said it wasn't enough. He was one of the rookie guys. Wolski accepted, Hart accepted, Brown accepted. I'm guessing everyone accepted. So we'll just have to re-sign that one rookie who didn't like our offer. Alright guys, so I gave Lupo another offer. I gave him like an extra 75k, and I just noticed that one of our draft picks from this year, who I was hoping would start out pretty high, Leach here, 78 overall, top 6D potential. You can see we drafted him this year in the 4th round, so that's exactly what we like to see. If he doesn't grow at all this summer, he's still like one of our best AHL defensemen, so that's exactly what we needed from this year's draft, so really happy with that. There's also Haskins here, who's 75 from last year's draft, but really happy that we got that 78. That's, that's exactly what you need, like a guy that's high 70, 3 years on a rookie deal, hopefully like a mid-80 by the 3rd year, can help you out for really cheap. Alright guys, we're at the free agency now, and as you can see, Quick's actually the best goaltender in free agency, so if we want a 90-plus starting goaltender, we're going to have to trade for one. So until we do that, I'm not going to bother looking at any of the players, or at least signing them. We can look. Taze is available for $9 million, that's ridiculous, 87 overall. Klingberg's actually the 2nd best one there. Shea Theodore, I'd actually rather him than Klingberg. A bunch of teams do. There's 3 teams interested. So there's some solid players here that could maybe sign, depending how much that goalie is going to cost us in terms of salary. Alright guys, so I was looking through the trading block, and the best goalie available on the trading block is this Stolarz guy. He's got 1 year left on a $4.4 million deal. He's an elite goaltender. Florida also has Fucale, so that's why they don't really need him. And you can see he's pretty low trade value. Morale's not good, so that means if we trade for him, he should be at least an 87. 29 years old, so he's not too old. 1 year left, so I mean, even if he does really good this year, I'm sure we can still get him for like 7 million max next year. And I think we would really like steal a goalie here. And if we do this, that'll actually give us a lot of cap room to maybe sign a forward, defenseman, whatever. Alright guys, so here's the offer I came up with for Stallers, giving them D, who was our backup goalie this year, but I think he's been replaced from our AHL guy. 1.75 million is also coming off the cap, so basically we're paying 2.7 for like a starting goaltender, which is pretty good. And then my first round pick, and not the year coming up draft, but the next one, it'll be after the 10th season, the one we don't have. So our value is a lot higher, which is good since they don't really want either of these players, but we're giving them way more value. If they're looking to trade their goalie, I think they'll take this deal. And they did do that, so that's huge for us. Still have like 6.3 million in cap space, so we can go get a good player for sure. Here guys, I'm just looking at players with high potential that can get on a two-way deal. Obviously that way I can put them in the AHL and their salary is much lower. So a couple guys here with top 9 forward potential. The one's an RFA though, I just noticed, and there's actually 3 with top 9 forwards. We'll definitely make a play at this guy. He's got 3 teams interested in him, so we'll just give him the max you can on a two-way deal and hope he goes with our team. This guy's got no one interested in for whatever reason. We'll give him slightly more than he wants there to hopefully have him sign with us. Cook here, TacTixHD. You make sure you're always checking this free agency. There's always solid players. High bomb 6 forward, and Tula here, 25. So one more year, I'm sure you can get to a low 80 maybe. Give him an offer, help the AHL team out. These guys here, really, we already have a bunch of those players on our team. And then this Kluche guy, I'll give him what he wants. And then, I mean, how many years? We'll give him that. And then if his team decides to match, they do. If they don't, they don't. Alright guys, as you can see, we actually signed some of those two-way guys. This Fair Dude, 80 overall. Let's see who else signed. Kluche offered, accepted our offer as it is. He's the guy that's RFA. Got that 70 overall goalie. Roster is full, so we can't sign this Cook guy. So we gotta go trade away some bad players, I guess. Klein accepted. This guy rejected because we have a full roster, so I have to go move some crappy contracts. So right here, guys, I'm trying to offer Arizona 3 prospects. I don't really need 2 AHL top 6 4 potentials, 1 7th D. Just gonna take back a 3rd round pick. Looks like I might be able to get even more than that for these 3 prospects, so might as well try to get a 2nd here. That's pretty good. None of those guys had that good a value. We just got a 2nd round pick for nothing, pretty much. As you guys can see, the Sharks decided not to match my $1 million offer to that one RFA, so we got a pretty solid prospect there. And Kluche is actually 80 overall. Also, I re-offered those two-way guys a deal once we made that deal. So we'll see here if they signed. Cook did, and so did Tula. So that's good. If we don't make any trades, though, I think I might have to move some guys. We're here, guys. We're trying to make a trade for Sidney Crosby. During this summer, LA actually had him on the trading block. I had to wait, though, till September to try to make this trade, as I would actually have it where our salary cap would be below the max of 89.89, but it still said we were over due to just being weird, I guess, during the summer. Like, there was no way to explain it, so I wasn't going to, like, give them even more players to get under the salary cap, even more than I had to, so had to wait till September to actually make this deal. Unfortunately, it's no longer in the trading block, but his trade value is still not that high. He's got 2 years left on an $8.7 million deal, so that's pretty fair value. He's 35 years old, and he's 93 overall, I believe, right now. Yeah, 93 overall, so if we could add Crosby, we have 2 generational talents in McDavid and Crosby. That'd be pretty insane, as long as we can get him for the right price, but pretty awesome if we could finish our last 2 years with Sidney Crosby and McDavid. Alright guys, right here's the offer I'm giving them for Crosby. Giving them a lot here. Ledin, 84 overall right winger, getting paid $2 million, basically just there for the salary. We won't need him after we get Crosby. Fair's like our 6th best center. We don't need him, again, just kind of they want him. Our first round pick in this year's draft, Denis here, Denis, pretty solid, 7th deep potential. He's 72 overall, they're interested in him. Our first round pick, or one of our first round picks a couple years ago. And then LaCouture, he was our first round pick this year actually, top 4D potentially, 18 years old, but I don't see him panning out by the time this GM's over, so we can afford to give him that. So looks like we're giving them like triple value here, so hopefully they say yes to this, and they did, so that is a huge deal. Let's see what the team looks like now heading into next season. Before I show you guys the lines, I'm going to show you the awards for this season, as I forgot to do that earlier. Obviously, Colorado there with the Stanley Cup, that one hurts. Like, if we would have won that, back-to-back cups, 3 cups in 4 years, like, dynasty status. President's Trophy there, we did get 3 times in 4 years. Clarence S. Campbell, we got the Prince of Wales, I guess, 3 and 4 years, so that's not too bad. Player awards here, Sagan with the Art Ross and the Hart. James Norris, of course, Ekblad, Sagan with the Lady Bing, Kolyakovo with the Calder, Kakinen with the Conn Smythe. I believe that was their goalie there. Quick with the Vezina and the William Jennings, and we had to let him go just because he's too old. Sean Day with the Bill Masterson, Sagan with the Selke as well, and the Ted Lindsay. Sagan just cleaned up, and Crosby, who we just traded for with the Maurice Richard. So I like that trade even more now. AHL here, just going to look to see what the Griffins got. So they won Midwest Division, which makes sense. Did they win anything else? They also got the Western Conference Playoff Champion, which makes sense again. Player awards here for AHL. See if any of our guys got it. And none of our guys got it. So here's our lineup going into next season, guys. Looked at how stacked this team is. First line there, Dalcall, McDavid, Ho-Sang. Obviously, that's a first line. Lamsa, Crosby, and Wolski on the second. That's another first line. And then Bobbylev, Cullimore, and Agostino on the third. That's a first line on like a regular NHL team. If like you go like a regular NHL team and play now, most teams like 86, 87, 88, that's a solid first line. That's our third. Fourth line there, we have an 82, 84, and 82. So our forwards are just absolutely stacked. We even have like some low 80s in the AHL we could call up if anyone gets injured. Defense, we have Chychrun there. Ekblad's a 99. He's still like the workhorse, the anchor on that D, so I'm not really too worried about it. Falk and Trouba even, that's like a top pairing on the second line. Couple 82s on the third, like that's pretty solid. Goalies obviously is our weak point. We got Stollers there. 86 overall. If we start winning games, I think his overall could go up to like an 87, maybe even an 88. Hart there's our backup. 83. He's a young kid, sort of. He's 25. So, I mean, that should be enough, I think, to get us back to the Cup final. AHL team, like I said, we got some low 80s now who we can call up if anyone gets injured. So, I like that we have that depth there. AHL team, I think, is definitely going to be looking good for their season. Defense even. Looking pretty solid here, 380s, a 78, couple 79s. This guy right here too, Leach, 80 overall. We actually drafted this year in the 4th round. Already an 80 overall because he's 20, so he's like missed a couple of drafts, I guess. So that's what we wanted in that draft, exactly what we got. Maybe he can even get called up this year. Definitely be a player for us next season. So exactly what we're looking for in this year's draft, so we got. Goalies here, Browns are started at 80. Back up there, Kudobin at 74. So really happy, I think, with this team. Can't wait to see how they do in the next couple seasons. AHL team here has got 83 offense, 85 defense, 81 goaltending. The NHL team, 95 offense, 96 defense, 88 goaltending. So a really good team, I think. Maybe we can get back to the Cup in back-to-back years. And maybe we can win 3 of 5 Cups, which is still basically as good. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode of our GM mode series. If you did, leave that thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.